Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Thriving Adoptees podcast. So today it's just me again today. No guest. That's the way that the episodes are working at this moment. So I was trying to think about what I'd really love to share with you today. And this is a little bit tricky because we're going somewhere beyond words, right? We're going somewhere beyond words. That's what I'm pointing you to. Now, as I say that, your brain is probably going, what does it mean? A place beyond words. What on earth is Simon going on about? There is nowhere beyond words, because there isn't, is there? From the point of view of our intellect, our point of view of our mind, that thinking machine, that's all it knows. That's all it knows. What I'm trying to point at is the space between the thoughts. Or the space between the notes of some classical music. You know, some people say the space between the notes is what makes the music. Without any space, there would be just noise. And that's what our heads are about so much of the time. So when it comes to adoptees, it might be, what's that incessant chatter, the incessant questioning of our healing, of our identity, of our need to know. So people say, well, the first chapter of my life is missing because I have no idea how I started in life. And this voice in our head really needs to know that. It really needs to know what happened to us in that space. It doesn't like the lack of answers at all. It's desperate for answers, and it's desperate for understanding. It's desperate for need, and yet there are those moments where there is a glimpse of peace, a glimpse of silence. So that might be walking in nature. So here I am on the 20th of November, walking in nature this morning, walking the dog this morning. I'm just still awestruck and silenced by the color of the leaves. So that might have happened to you. You might have been hiking up a hill or something, and you round this corner, or you look down, you rise above, you go through the clouds, you traipse through the clouds or the mist as you're walking up a hill, and then suddenly everything becomes clear. So it's peaceful. It takes your breath away. It's beyond thought. It's maybe it's happened to you in a peaceful moment like that, but maybe it's happened in a really loud environment too. So I remember going to see been to see the Killer, lucky enough to see the Killers twice. The first time, the energy of their music and the energy of the crowd just took me away from that incessant chatter in my head, and so that it comes in moments of peace, but it also comes in moments of incredible loudness and noise, and it comes in both. I've been to rugby. I've been to rugby stadiums, and my wife's Scottish, so we're up in Edinburgh watching Scotland versus France or something, and they play the national anthem. And the first time they played the national anthem, the Scottish national anthem for Scotland, they play it with there's music going on, right? There's a band and a piper playing their bagpipes, and he's playing the background, and everybody's singing along Flower of Scotland. And I'll link to that, actually. Put a link. I'll see if I can find something on YouTube. Link to that. And the first version, they sing. The crowd sings with the music, and then the band shuts up. It falls silent, and as I'm reflecting on that moment, I'm thinking, well, I'm not thinking anything, but I've got a tingling all over my body. It's more than it's going up my legs. It's a tingling sense of just a aliveness. So what on earth has this got to do with healing? Well, this is the space of healing. Those moments when our breath is taken away, where tears come to our eyes in the sheer togetherness, the sheer joy. Maybe seeing your child seeing your child for the first time, and you're thinking, I never had any. I never had anything. I never saw anything biologically related. Anybody biologically related to me. That's the logic that comes in after the feeling, right? The feeling is peace and quiet and love. As I say, maybe not a peaceful situation, peaceful surroundings, but peaceful from the point of view that the brain's no longer going, the brain's no longer exhausting itself with those questions of who am I, where have I come from, where was my life, what was my first month of life like, what was my first 2 years of life like, whatever period that was. The end of the voice in our head temporarily brings silence, brings healing. And sometimes I've touched that space in conversations with fellow adoptees. It's that quiet space of healing. Now, I can only point this out to you and hope that you see that, or more importantly, hope that you feel that, because that peace is who you are. That peace is the perfect blue sky that's hidden by the dark clouds of trauma. You are the sky. You are the peace. You are the space between words, the space between notes and a classical piece of music, a piece of classical music. And I hope you're feeling that now. I'm feeling that, and it's putting, I don't know if you can hear, it's putting a smile on my face. Like I'm watching myself in the Zoom screen of this, and I can see my lips upturning into a smile. I hope that's happening for you, and we'll speak to you very soon. Take care.